All right, and good evening, North Texas. Here's a look at your forecast for tonight into tomorrow morning. Hopefully, you had a fantastic day. Here's a look at what we've got before you head on into the overnight hours. So, here's a look at what we've got. Upper 60s, lower 70s expected overnight tonight. Some of the warmer spots are going to be in the DFW Metroplex and areas to the south and southeast. Zoom into the hyperlocal view for the DFW County coverage area, and you can see anywhere from the upper 60s into the lower 70s. DFW Airport tonight around 70 degrees. Here's a look at what we got for tomorrow morning, anywhere from the 70s, and then we quickly warm up into the mid upper 80s. It's going to start to feel a little bit more like it should for this time of year. It's going to be a little bit on the warmer side, as you can see. We're talking right around the lower to the upper 80s, depending on location. Warmer spots are going to be DFW and areas to the south and southeast, as you can see. 87 at DFW Airport tomorrow, and then close to the 90s in Fort Worth. It's going to start to feel a lot more like May tomorrow afternoon. Now, for the remainder of today into tonight, there's still going to be some rain chances that we'll be aware of. Now, for the remainder of the day, it's going to be tricky because not everyone's going to see storms overnight into tomorrow morning. We'll show you that here with your future scan radar here coming up. DFW Metroplex, it's still a medium level, but keep in mind as we head into the rain totals, there's still going to be some fairly decent amounts of rainfall expected. Now, the reason that's important is we've had localized flash flooding in parts of the Metroplex over the last several days throughout this week. We even had some flooding along the Red River. And notice up to the north and also in parts of the DFW area, some rain totals could be an additional 1 to 2 inches. And the reason that's important is because we mentioned had a lot of rainfall this week, localized flooding, additional activity may not move all that fast, maybe heavy rain producing, and that will lead to some localized flooding potential. So it doesn't take much. And overnight into tomorrow morning, if we have a couple of those showers and storms move through the metro, parts of North Texas as well, may produce some heavy rainfall, and that's when we're talking an additional maybe 1 to 2 inches of rain across the area. So I'll step out of the way so you can see if you're watching from Rockwall what we're looking at with those totals. Now, here's a look at future scan radar and the severe weather risk. We're going to walk you through. There's a low end severe weather potential for overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. We're not talking major or widespread severe weather, but the ingredients at play, I can't rule out maybe a couple of storms that they pulse to severe limits, kind of like what we saw earlier in the week where we had those storms move through. They were loud, some produced some wind and some hail, but not all of them. That's kind of the case for tonight. And you can see right around the lower risk for tonight into tomorrow morning. Here's a look at the DFW metro area. Keep in mind, Mother Nature doesn't look at these boundaries and go, okay, everything's going to be in the blue and not over here. That's not how it works. I can't rule out maybe a couple of storms even outside of that if they were to reach strong severe limits. But overall, the risk tonight is low, but it's not zero. Here's a look at future scan, and I'll step out of the way so you can see. Here's about midnight, and then this continues into tomorrow morning. Notice a couple scattered showers and thunderstorms move through. Not everyone's going to see this activity, but notice it is a little bit on the heavier side into tomorrow morning's commute. Then it should clear out by the time we get to around midday, I'd say around lunch or so. So not everyone's going to see this activity, but there's enough activity to be aware of tomorrow morning that if I'm headed out for the morning commute, it's a good idea to grab the rain gear just in case. Also, keep an eye on the radar because 1 or 2 of these may reach briefly strong to severe limits, mostly hail and gusty winds. So we'll have to be keeping an eye on that. Otherwise, here's a look at your 7-day forecast, and you can see next several days look to have some rain chances. Now, it's not going to be an all-day washout tomorrow. We have the activity that's in the morning. You notice it clears out by, midday. Later in the afternoon, a couple pop-up showers and thunderstorms may be possible. Not as much activity again on Sunday. Monday for Memorial Day, if you're attending any outdoor events or hosting them, just be mindful that there will be some rain and thunderstorm potential. Have the rain gear accessible by the time that we head into early to midweek next week. Additional rain and thunderstorm chances look to be on the horizon. So that's a look at your evening forecast. Hopefully you have a great overnight. Thank you so much for tuning in. One of the best ways to support us is by, of course, sharing these forecast updates, commenting, liking, following, sharing, all of that helps get our outreach out there. And we're trying to get all of our accounts to 10,000 followers by the time we get to late or end of year this year. Thank you so much for tuning in. The other thing, too, if you have a local business and you're wanting to advertise with us, we do have options available. As you can see at the bottom of the 7-day forecast, we still have spots that are available for these forecast graphics, website, streaming, so on, so forth. Visit weather225.com, hit the home tab, and find the page that says advertise with us. You can contact us there. Hoping that we will be able to work with some of our local businesses. So that's a look at what we got there. Thank you so much. We'll be tracking the forecast carefully, and stick around. We'll have more tomorrow morning. You can advertise with us this storm season and throughout the year. Contact us today for availability and pricing. Weather 225 since 2015.